All right, welcome to my demo for my. So here we're going to go through the setup. Here's the next one. The next window here, meet your AI team. So you'll have a team of agents, a hierarchy. Each agent has controls over each feature within the application. There is a hierarchy, leadership AI agents from the leader who commands your control that controls your mission, that controls your company objectives, and sends it down to the next layer, which will be your management bots that are for reasoning, understanding, and pushing initiatives to the worker bots, which will in turn go in and execute automations and agentic workflows. Let's get started. So here's a command center. I'm working on a open slate right now, a new instance, so not much data. But here you can see a dashboard, which is it can be configured according to what your main metrics you want to monitor. Here I have the mission control autopilot disabled currently. You have your active milestones, tasks, active projects, processes that are currently running from your AI agents. You have your inbox here that shows recent inbox messages you've received, overall decisions. This is going to be for approving certain agentic tasks before they are completed or started. Recent activity, crew status, high level overview of what what your bots are doing. Your mission statement. This is for your overall company missions. Right now, I have a demo inserted there for a mock-up project. This mock-up project is for a construction project. So this card here can be interacted with by all the agents within the system according to what their agenda is, right? Project management can pull data from this, research and development can pull information from this tab and use it for reconciling data and creating new initiatives for the future. Long term objectives and your Eisenhower matrix. Next, we have the client pipeline. So, on this tab, this will show you the current clients that you are interacting with. So you'll see clients populate here once one of your automations or agents finds a lead. So once you have a good prospecting lead, you'll start the sales process, right? And so here you'll see the statuses. You have cards that move from cards of each client that moves from tab to tab according to what step they are in your process. Here we have new lead, meeting plan, our consultation, estimate sent, and then construction and completed. So in here you'll see a name card for all these mock-up customers based off of where they are in the workflow process. You have additional options. You can design projects, you can add projects, and manually add information here. However, this information is automatically populated by the marketing bot. The marketing bot will be compiling the data from the worker lead generation bots. Once a customer contacts, replies to one of the email campaigns, the marketing bot takes over, adds the contact card here, and automatically updates it according to all the communication and statuses of your interaction with that customer. For example, if you have a customer that sent an email and you guys decided to email back and you say, "Hey, yeah, let's meet at this time," etc. If you give it permission to, it can review that information and then apply that information to which step that customer is in this process. We have an overall calendar here. So the calendar is going to show you a monthly, a weekly, and daily list of all tasks and scheduled automations that your bots have scheduled. Little icons here signify what task, which AI agents assigned or generated that task. So here we have one of the automation agents right here, a daily lead scrape. So we'll get into that later, but this is a basically a automation that goes in and scrapes leads from whatever data source you want to. This one specifically is going to the Travis County county clerk website, filtering out all the properties that have recently been purchased based off of the warranty deeds that have recently been filed with the city, grabs the customer information and skip traces it and finds the customer information. So we can drop that into a book of business that we can either use for other automations for contacting the client, which is our marketing client or our marketing AI agent will do, or you can manually use that data for whatever use case you can have. Recently, we're working on creating a social media ad campaigns by using the email addresses that are captured and targeting those email addresses within Facebook to make sure that our ads for construction and design are sent to those users so you can have a higher conversion rate. Anyhow, moving on, we have lead discovery. So, lead discovery, I put this here. This is a customization. I mean, the whole thing is custom, but this is my customization. So, if ever I've come across a database that I want to manually kick off a scan on, here I have that option. You captured the website here. You see the last one I did. I can point it to the Travis County clerk search and tell it to pull information from there regarding any type of potential leads. Again, there's a bot built into the back of this that can help understand, comprehend, and troubleshoot the automation to make sure we get the best results as possible. The next tab, we're going to have our agent worker hierarchy. So this is basically me showing how the agents are communicating with each other and show how the hierarchy is designed and how you have it currently set up. Here you can kind of see the system that I have now. We have the principal architect, this, and it'll give you a summary here. The central brain interprets high-level goals, decompresses objectives into modules, and dispatches and production agents. So this is pretty cool. So this whole entire system is automated. It lives, it functions all on its own. All you got to do is make sure you monitor and maintain it. But with this principal architect, it'll take right here, you see your objectives, your missions, and develop and devise a plan for you and deploy that plan and monitor that plan through in and throughout by utilizing all the other sub agents according to the objective. So the principal architect can, have the project manager pull information or have the calendar and scheduling agent, update any type of items that need to be added to the calendar in regards to its mission, update the priority matrix, status board, checkpoint. So you can kind of see here, this principal agent here mostly is controlling the website or the application in its entirety. So this principal agent's in charge of populating all the different tabs here live constantly every day. You have the design lead, you got mini bots here, sub managers that have certain tasks for smaller operations. This is one of the small design leads, orchestrates CAB sub agents, ensures aesthetic consistency and building code compliance for all projects. This is a little agent that we build in regards to design projects. So whenever we have a client and we are going to design their plans, this AI agent will go out and it'll automatically pull the client's project site from the other agents and the data sources that's automatically collected. Once it collects it, it'll automatically research the city and county for the job site and then pull all the information regarding to the code and compliance for that area, captures it, downloads it, puts it on the server, and then with that information, it can create documents for the project management flow. So you can have a Word document for high level highlights on all the different objectives the architect needs to pay attention to for the civil engineer and for the structural engineering. It'll automatically create those documents and also have it creating a checklist. So this checklist can be a document that you can hand over or automatically have emailed to your architect or structural engineer that you assign to the project. So they have a cheat sheet on what they need to do to fulfill the project to help them have better, accurate design plans and to help them move faster. But there's several other automations here. I won't go over all of them, but you can kind of look at them and see high level. And feel free to pause to check them out and kind of see what the objective are of each one. Here's the automations. So this is just the library of automations that are to the disposal of the AI agents. So, we have high level core automations here, and then we have automations for construction. But, these are labeled for construction currently, but honestly, these automations can be used by any of the bots, really, if it needs, if it deems it necessary. And here are all the automations for design services. These are all these automations here actually that I have in this system are designed around lead generation. So you can pretty much categorize each agent based off of the lead strategy, and it automates each one of those processes. Let's see, for example, property sales monitoring. This is what this script does, or not a script, it's an automation using NAN locally. Recent property sales where new homeowners are likely to remodel kitchens, add square footage, and or add ADUs within the first year of ownership. So within this automation, it's going to find recent property sales, as it mentions, and it's going to do research on areas where there's a lot of remodels. So, for instance, someone purchased a house in a older neighborhood. Typically people who purchase a house within an older neighborhood are going to want to do some remodeling or some updates. And that's just one of the logics, but it applies multiple logic workflows in order to scrape leads. Here are the main objectives. So the main objective here, I just have one dummy one place here, but generate 10 leads using the software tool. So that's just the objective. That's going to go to the architect in order to drive that initiative and utilize all the agents in order to accomplish that. Status board, self-explanatory, shows statuses of certain projects, missions, objectives, and checkpoints. Here are the comms. So here you'll see the inbox. There is an AI agent dedicated to the inbox. So if any AI agent wants to send a email, they'll have to consult with the gatekeeper for email, which has built-in security and checkpoints and approvals, so nothing gets sent without your approval. Or if the certain task is whitelisted, it can automatically email, and the agent handles all of that, all those parameters. Activity here basically shows all the information that's nothing's populated right now. The system is on pause while it's still in its alpha form. But here you'll see all the activity that's been completed by your agents. Just a one dump to see everything. Decisions. This is pretty cool because the AI agent architect put this in here by himself, which is pretty cool. He actually did this, and that's what prompted me to make sure I put in a permissions and approval system, because he went off and did his own thing and started making changes to the software. So obviously we don't want the software updating too frequently. So there is now an approval process for any new tabs or automations or projects that start off within the tool, and that'll populate here too as well. And here the last tab is the crew. So this is going to show all the essentially all the core agents within the company or within this software, or both. So it has you as part of the crew, as an operator of the system. You have the researcher, developer, marketer, business analyst, tester, and construction compliance agent here for this typical instance. However, you can generate any AI or any worker that you want according to your business need. Last but not least, we have the skill library. So this is all of the different skills that are in the hands of your AI agents. So we have web research. That's an important one that we have. The back end of that is Firecrawl. So Firecrawl is used for not only searching the web, but scraping and pulling all the data from whatever website you go to. And here are all the commands that you can use in order to interact with the AI agent that I'm going to build in to this to be able to control everything. And then also I'm going to create a direct, that's still in development. I'm going to be creating a prompt, basic, Chat GPT, Gemini, uh, prompting tool where you can talk directly to whichever agent you want to talk to and update their directives. That one's going to be a little bit tricky because you have to make sure you have artifacts in the memory of each AI agent, so you yourself or any of your team doesn't change any of the core processes of the AI agent, and sets restrictions on the AI agent to make sure it can still properly handle all of the tasks in coordination with the other AI agents. And that's pretty much the full product that we have right now. And I hope you like it. Thanks.